Good morning, honorable debater, ladies and gentlemen. Before we start the debate today, please set your cell phone to silent mode, especially for audience team. Please evaluate the best statement and rebuttal for round of English debating. Well, welcome to the second round of English debating competition with the topic, Zoo should be abolished. On my right side is a former team for a debate, with Eva as the first speaker of the point team. Shireen as the second speaker of the point team. Then on my left side is a negative team for debate, with Eric as the first speaker of the con team. Chinky as the second speaker of the con team. Now, let's welcome the first speaker of the point team to make a statement.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Eva. Today, our topic is zoo should be abolished. We support the abolition of the zoo. Firstly, zoos deprive animals of their rights. It exists only to show animals and use animal performances to make money. A study in 2008 also pointed out that elephants in captivity in zoos suffer from psychological stress, and their lifespan is only 1/3 of that of wild elephants. The study estimates that the average age of captive elephants is 19 years old. But wild elephants can live up to over 56 years old. Secondly, it restricts their freedom. Because a zoo has several kinds of animals, and each animal needs a different habitat size, so the living space for animals is seriously inadequate. Studies have shown that the exhibition area in the zoo is only 1/50,000 to 1/500,000 of the natural habitat. In addition, the zoo will keep incompatible animals together. This behavior not only destroys the ecological balance and ecological chain, but may also cause animals to harm each other in order to compete for territory due to lack of space. As a result, zoos should be abolished.
The statement duration is 138. Now, the second speaker of the con team can prepare the rebuttal for 1 minute. Now it's the second speaker of the con team to make a 1 minute rebuttal.
But zoo needs money to raise animals and their staff. And the zoo can protect bad guys killing them from wildlife.
Although zoos act as ecological shelters, they do not train animals to survive alone in the wild. As a result, when animals return to the wild in the future, they will have a reduced chance to survival because they do not have basic durability.
But if you put them back into wildlife, there are many bad guys killing them and for their furries, and And in zoo, people can breed them and make them safe.
Now let's welcome the second speaker of the quarantine to make a statement.
Good morning, I'm Sherwin. In my opinion, first, animals in zoos often exhibit unusual behavior. The mortality rate of animals in zoos is also particularly high. Because of insufficient space for activities, monotony of the environment, lack of masking, or subjective expectations are not met. Over time, animals experience many abnormal behavior. According to the Taipei City Zoo, the bears in the park are in a shaking head conditions. Bengal tiger, great wolves, and nighttime animals in the zoo have also been repeated circled, straight back and forth, and other abnormal behavior. In addition, studies have shown that Taipei City Zoo had 142 animal deaths in the previous years, with an average of 12 deaths per month. Last year, there were 178 deaths, with an average of 15 deaths per month. Between January and August this year, 125 animals died in the park, compared with 60 a month. In conclusion, animal mortality rates in the zoo are rising year by year.
The statement duration is 1:19. Now, the first speaker of the quarantine can prepare the rebuttal for 1 minute. Now is the first speaker of the quarantine to make a 1 minute rebuttal.
What you say about this, you say 142 animals is died in the zoo. But some animals have already injured before they enter the zoo. So zoo become an important character to protect them being killed by hunters and their food made to products.
Do you have evidence that animals have been endangered before they enter the zoo?
No, I don't. But I have to say that is a regular thing. It is inevitable. So animal death is a regular thing. Yeah.
But we can't. But it is not. But zoo is not an ecological shelter, so we can't close the animals in the zoo, and just because for our. Yeah.
Now the first speaker of the quarantine will make a 1 minute closing statement.
According to our above argument, first, zoos deprive animals of their rights and freedoms. Second, the mortality rate of animals in zoos is extremely high. And third, zoos have lost their nature. Because of these factors, we believe that the zoos should be abolished. John Berger, an English critic, describes the gaze in zoos as the wild beauty of animals, which can only be established within the frame, and once overflowing, becomes dangerous and needs to be removed. The abolition of the zoo is not only our aspiration, but more importantly, we hope that the rights of animals can be seen and heard.
Now let's welcome the first speaker of the quarantine to make a statement.
Good morning, I'm Eric. So today our topic is zoo shouldn't be abolished. The first statement I want to say is zoo protects animals from killed by hunters in the wild, and their skins used to make products. Until now, the endangered animal species quantity has been rising instead of declining. And the main idea is what I'm saying in the onset of my statement. It's killed by hunters, and their fur is made to products. And the second statement I want to say is they give animals more space and recreating the natural habitats, and also rehabilitate and take in exotic case that people no longer raise, or the animal which people don't have ability to raise it. And although we are aware of this problem, according to research, the number of the product which is made by animals' fur is still high instead of declining. So at this moment, zoo become an important part in our life to protect animals. And this is our statement. Thank you.
The statement duration is 104. Now the second speaker of the quarantine can prepare rebuttal for 1 minute. Now it's the second speaker of the quarantine to make a 1 minute rebuttal.
I can't agree with you. Even if the conservation of rare animal is a starting point, but in fact, the effect of reproduction is not too good because humans destroy habitat too quickly. And do you know that there's a law be established for not using animals to make any products?
But I have to say, the number is not declining, it's still raising, keep raising. That although people is aware of this problem.
Do you have any data that?
It's from research.
So where is the research from?
Google.
Okay, but I don't agree with it.
Now let's welcome the second speaker of the quarantine to make a statement.
Okay, my name is Shanky and my topic is zoo can educate people. Zoo can bring people and education together, and zoo educates the public and foster an appreciation of the other species. And zoo are a tradition, and a visit to a zoo is a wholesome family activity. Seeing animals in person is much more personal and more memorable experience than seeing them on textbooks, and it is more likely to foster empathetic attitude toward animals. Most zoos mention conservation and education in their mission statements, suggesting that these are rather important aspects of zoo culture.
The statement duration is 56 seconds. Now, the first speaker of the quarantine can prepare for rebuttal for 1 minute. Now is the first speaker of the quarantine to make a 1 minute rebuttal.
Zoos have no real educational significance, and visitors usually walk around looking at flowers and don't explain each animal's story and background. According to the data, each visitor spends an average of only 46 seconds watching the animals. Tourists usually only choose to see large or newborn animals, while other animals are boring to visitors. The education of zoos should not be based on the captivity of wild animals, but should focus on the protection of ecological systems.
First, where do you get the data? Okay. But if you see animal in person, and if you see endangered animal in person, it would remind you that this species is now extincting from the world, and you might feel
Now the first speaker of the quarantine will make a 1 minute closing statement.
Okay. And according to what we said before, we think zoos shouldn't be abolished, no matter on educational side or entertainment side. To let our world be better, zoos shouldn't be abolished. And let me give you an example. If you are interested in someone, would you like to meet he or she, or you just want to chat with he or she online? What's more, the picture you see in the book is a dive. So in the zoo, you can physically witness the animal moving in front of your eyes. Thank you.